A troop is a military subunit, originally a small formation of cavalry, subordinate to a squadron. In many armies, a troop is the equivalent element to the infantry section or platoon. Exceptions are the U.S. Cavalry and the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery, where a troop is a subunit, comparable to an infantry company or artillery battery. Historically, the remainder of the Royal Horse Artillery used the term troop in the same manner. However, they are now aligned with the rest of the Royal Regiment of Artillery in referring to troops as subordinate to artillery batteries. A cavalry soldier of private rank is called a trooper in many Commonwealth armies. A related sense of the term, troops, refers to members of the military collectively, as in the troops. See troop. In some countries, like Italy, the company-level cavalry unit is called squadron. Today, a troop is defined differently in different armed forces. In the Australian Army, a troop is the equivalent of a platoon-sized element in units of certain corps, those being the SASR is the only unit in the Royal Australian Infantry Corps to use the term troop to refer to its platoon size elements. SASR troops are also unusual as they are commanded by a captain. Most troop platoon-sized elements are commanded by a lieutenant. In most cases, units which refer to platoon-sized elements as troops refer to company-sized elements as squadrons, and battalion-sized elements as regiments. Privates in the RAAC and SASR hold the rank trooper. However, this is not the case for any other corps, units which use the term troops. In the British Army, the definition of a troop varies by corps. Other army corps do not use the term. In the Royal Marines, a troop is the equivalent to an army platoon, a carryover from the organization of the British Commandos in World War II. In the Canadian Army, a troop is the equivalent of a platoon within the armored, artillery, engineer, and signals branches. 2 to 4 troops comprise the main elements of a squadron. In the United States Army, in the cavalry branch, a troop is the equivalent unit to the infantry company, commanded by a captain and consisting of 3 or 4 platoons, and are called a troop within a regiment. Companies were renamed troops in 1883. In the United States, state police forces are often regionally divided into troops. This usage came about from these organizations modeling themselves on the U.S. Army, and especially the older cavalry units. For this same reason, the state police and highway patrol personnel of most states are known as trooper, rather than officer. In scouting, a scout troop is a unit made up of scouts or guides from the same locality under a leader. In the case of guides, the term company is used more often, and was used by the founder in his first books about guiding.